please. Okay, so let's start. How are you today? How do you deal with this hot climate, this hot weather? We're all like
I'm exhausted. I had training
oh,
of uh, how to manage catastrophic or major incidents,
mhm,
and we were kind of simulation,
mhm.
and I was the incident logger, so I take notes of everything, and I'm really exhausted. And that's Friday. I have other training similar to that,
Mm.
and 4x4 defensive driving.
Yeah.
So I passed it to, and I'm Friday. I'm dead. I was dead.
Yes, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Besides, we need
No,
to
it's
have
too
this.
hot and people are talking and moving and signing and marking, and no, it's so exhausted, but it was great. It's a very good experience.
Of course,
Yeah,
you gain
and it's necessary
experience,
to
knowledge.
know how to deal with that situations, because when it happens in reality, people get mad and stressed, and it's worse if we don't practice. So
Yes,
no,
of
it's a very
course.
good experience.
It is a difficult topic, but we need to work with that. And so we are ready, we are prepared,
Yeah,
and know how to act.
especially for example with communities, with blogs. For example, deliver trucks, they cannot pass to
Oh,
site to deliver food, water.
of
It's
course.
a very important issue to deal, to know how to manage.
Yes, knowledge is power, and that's really important. Okay, so I was about to show you this presentation. Let's start. No, this is not, sorry. Okay, this was not the presentation. This is the one that we need to work with today. What is this? Here it is. Okay, so we are going to start working in this class, that is class number 21, and that we are getting close to our final project. Okay, now this is the entry ticket. Yes, we are going to work with this very short poll. I'm sharing you can scan the code. Otherwise, I'm sharing you the link on the chat section, on the chat box. Here we are. Okay, so this is to start thinking about giving pieces of advice and in a way to try to explain and introduce and to think about any pieces of advice, consejos, yes, that you would like to give to a new minor, to somebody that is going to be new part of this industry. So what pieces of advice would you give to them? What should he or she know before being part of this industry? And let's think about the hazards of this profession. Okay, we were talking about this last lesson, this idea of knowing what to expect. Yes, what will happen whenever we are part of this. Of course, as we were discussing during all of these modules, there are many advantages. There are some disadvantages as well, but let's try to focus on or pay attention a little bit more about these advantages. So you will have to get there to that survey, and we are going to write pieces of advice that you would like somebody who is entering, who is being part of this industry from the very beginning. Yes, he's going to be a beginner at this job. So think about the hazards of this profession, think about the advantages and disadvantages, and let's try to give some advices. Pieces of advice, let's try to use should. That is gonna be our modal verb. Whenever we want to give suggestions or we want to give pieces of advice, we need to use should as the modal verb. Also, try to use some information including must, mustn't, obligations, prohibitions. This idea of, let's say, some tips that you would like to give to somebody who is new in this industry. So that is what you have to write on this time. Okay, whenever you enter the link I gave you, you need to type your answer. Okay, you're gonna type there, and we will all have a look at it. Okay, so let's start, and then we're gonna see the results here. Pieces of advice, obligations, prohibitions, yes, some tips that you would like to give to him or to her. Perfect. There are some answers already here. Okay. I'm sending again the link so that she can answer. Hello, Cecilia, welcome.
Hello. Hello.
Great. How are you today?
Fine, thanks. Fine.
Great. Okay. So now we're going to work a little bit with some of these advices that you would like to give to a new miner. I mean, to somebody who is going to work the mining industry. It doesn't necessarily to be a miner. It can be any of those members that you were working, that we were working with during our modules. So let's think about the hazards of this profession, advantages, disadvantages, and obligations, prohibitions. Everything that we were practicing and discussing during these lessons, during these 4 modules. Let's try to give some tips for this new person before he or she enters this new mining world. Okay, there are some answers. Perfect. We will start reading. Okay, if you can. Perfect. All of these ideas that are going to be necessary, maybe something that you didn't know before entering this industry. Yes, that you would like to teach or to encourage somebody to know and to pay attention to these specific issues. Okay, so let's see. You can go on typing, it's great. And we're gonna share some of your answers. Okay, the first one. I recommend to take it easy and try to learn as long as you can. People that join you has a lot of knowledge to share, and in my case, they are too kind and available to answer my doubts. However, you must be patient with yourself and don't suffer your first steps. At the end of the day, you can deal with all your duties correctly. Perfect. Yes, such a positive message in order to give for somebody who is new at this new job. Perfect. Okay, so this idea of, to take it easy, this idea of trying to organize yourself and not to go faster or quick, or whenever we are talking about, we are trying to do everything as quickly as possible, and that's going to be a negative, that's going to have some negative results. Perfect, this idea of team working with somebody, your colleagues, your co-workers, that is really important to bear in mind. Be patient, great. We can do, perfect. Now, let's see another pieces of advice. You have to bear in mind many safety measures. Yes, that is very, very important. That is one of the most critical and crucial aspects of this new job. If you go to the open pit, you must wear a hard hat. You must put on sunscreen. Yes, that is one of this idea of taking care of our physical health. Great. It is necessary to know the site and the region. Yeah, perfect. Great. And the region conditions. Also, let's think about the weather, yes? In each mine, there's gonna be different weather. You need to think about what to wear. Everything needs to be prepared and planned. Perfect. Okay, so these are some of pieces of advice. Let's say some tips that you would like to give to somebody who is working or who is trying to enter this new world of the mining industry. Okay. Yeah. It is necessary to know what should we use instead of necessary to. We should use, you must, okay? It is a must. That is a obligation. Perfect. Great. Now let's go back to our presentations. Perfect. Now, last class, we were talking a little bit about this idea of hazardous situations at work. And here there are some warning phrases and some descriptions in which there are some adjectives and some structures that we need to know. Okay, let's pay attention to these warnings. Watch out, careful, mind the, look out, or don't. So this is really important whenever we are trying to give some warnings to anyone who is or might suffer any accident. And also it is important to explain, to give a description, a very short description, in order to explain what is the danger or what is the hazardous situation that it is going to happen. So that's slippery, that's icy, that's dangerous, that's heavy, or it is sharp. Yes, we can use it is or that's whenever we are talking about something that is near us. Yes, those are demonstrative pronouns. Whenever we are near something, we need to use this. Okay, for example, this computer or this lesson, something that is near us, we're going to use this. Whenever we are talking about something that is far away from us, that we can't touch, we use that. Okay, that is why we are paying attention to those specific words. Now, it's time for you to talk a little bit. We need to let's say, act out this dialogue with a classmate. And there are two kinds of situations. First one, you will have to tell your partner what to wear. Remember that whenever we are talking about PPS, we need to use the word wear. Yes, that's going to be our verb whenever we are talking about elements that are going to be in our bodies. And the second part, it's gonna be related to warnings. Yes. What should we talk? What should we say to somebody when we see that there is something dangerous? There is a dangerous situation around the corner. There's something that's going to happen and it's going to have some negative consequences. So we should give a warning. Yes, say what the problem is. So pay attention to the pictures. Here we have the same here. What might happen? Yes, what is the problem? And what is can be some of consequences regarding that specific problem. Okay, we are going to work. We are 3 of us. There are 3 of you today, so think about both situations, student A and student B, and I will tell your name randomly without any order so that you can act out this dialogue. Okay, so be ready, try to think, remember all the vocabulary that we have here, the PPES that we worked with last class. Also think about the warning, and I'm gonna say, for example, okay, now Cynthia and Carolina, or Carolina and Cecilia, and you will have to be ready to act out this dialogue. So let's see, 5 minutes, and we are going to start. Yeah, so be ready, just think about this, what information you will add for this dialogue, and whenever we are on time, we will work in pairs.
And sorry, what is the student B, the guy with the bob who's
Yes, it's a hairnet. That was
hairnet?
Yes.
O sea, hello, net. Sería.
Yes, hairnet. That is a
Bien.
compound noun. Yes.
Hairnet, okay.
Yeah. Hairnet. That was a new vocabulary from last lesson, and the rest we know all of them. So think about these 2 parts, part 1 and part 2, and be ready whenever we need you to express yourselves. Pay attention to the vocabulary, pay attention to the structures, to all the information that we need in order to express our ideas. In this case, whenever we are trying to warn somebody from something that might happen, yes, a hazardous situation or a dangerous situation. Okay. So let's see. The first one, yes, student A, part 1. Let's see. Cynthia, tell your partner what to wear.
Ok, o sea, tengo que decir lo que dice en la descripción.
Yes, here, are all the elements that your partner has to wear, must wear. So it's just you must, or in order to work in a mine, yes, you can add any description and then name all of these elements, all of this equipment, and of course, as it is an obligation that they should wear this, we must use that modal verb, must.
Okay. You must wear a boot. ¿Y tengo que decir
Okay.
la razón? No, no entendí muy bien la
No,
consigna.
it's not necessary to give the reason.
Ajá,
But
ajá,
pay attention there. You don't need to
ajá.
use a boot. Yes, it's plural.
Ok.
Okay, so you don't use a. No usamos el artículo a porque estamos hablando de elementos en plural. Yes, so
Okay.
you must wear boots. Yes,
Boots.
and what type of boots? They are not normal boots, let's say.
Mhm.
They have a specific description. Do you remember what was that?
No, I don't remember.
No? Yes,
No.
son las con punta de acero, ¿sí? We can
Sí.
say steel toe boots. Yes.
Ajá.
Do you remember any other names for that specific equipment?
Safety shoes.
Yeah, safety shoes, safety boots. Yes, that's another way to describe that type of boots. Yeah, perfect. Great, like
Okay.
that. So go on like that, Cynthia. Yes, you must
Yes.
wear that, and that. All of those elements.
Ajá. Okay. You must wear a dust mask.
Perfect. What else?
You must wear goggles. Goggles. No sé cómo se decía.
Googles, yes. And last one.
No me acuerdo cómo se dice. You must wear.
You must wear gloves. Gloves.
Ajá, okay.
Yes, you must wear gloves. Very good. Carolina, what about student B? Tell your partner what to wear, the same, yes? You can also include, if you would like, the reason, yes? Or you can include where should they wear that specific equipment.
Okay. For the partner who just fell on the ground, I recommend he must use anti-slide shoes. I recommend him they must pay attention to the signs because there was a sign there. If you see the yellow sign with the advice. And also he need to use the helmet in case they can he might hit his head.
Yeah, that is why they should wear a helmet.
Yeah. He didn't using the reflector clouds.
Yes, reflective vest in this case, or clothing. Yeah. Yes, it can be.
And it's necessary to see him on the side, so
yeah.
he cannot go without that equipment.
Perfect. Okay, so that was part B. give a warning, say what the problem is. Can you describe the floor there? Why did
And
it
the floor
fall? What
probably
was the
is
reason?
wet,
Mhm.
and probably the floor is wet because the cleaning servant just cleaned there.
Yes.
It's a common, very common situation it's not only in work, but in the shopping, in every place.
Yes, everywhere we should be careful and to pay attention about this situation. Okay, so maybe that floors is slippery. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Caro. Let's see. Cecilia,
Yes.
let's pay attention to this student B. Okay, you will have to tell me what elements to wear and also add information, for example, where to wear it or why to wear it. Yeah, so the second section, student B, part 1.
Okay. Welcome to the workshop. Remember that you must wear a hard hat, and also ear protection and a vest. And if you're near toxic substances, remember to use a hairnet.
Yes, to wear a hairnet.
Wear.
Yes, perfect. Okay, that's all the explanation that we need to. Yeah, we must wear whenever we are talking about obligations. That's perfect. And then let's see the second part 2. Yes, Carolina already did the second one. Pay attention to the first one. Student A, part 2. Give a warning. Say what the problem is. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see, Cecilia, please.
Okay. Careful when using the stair. The surfaces are sharp.
Perfect. Yes, that's great. And
I saw the knife and
yeah,
I imagine
perfect.
that it was something sharp or something.
Yes, and pay attention to that guy. What is the problem? Let's think about safety. What should he do in a better way? What should he wear? Because he's there on a higher,
And gloves.
yeah,
Using sharp tools, they must use the gloves to protect the skin, the fingers.
perfect.
And also
Yes.
a hard.
Yes, maybe a lifeline.
And
We
keep
don't
close
know.
the protection of the knife, the
Yeah,
involving.
exactly. Yes, we cannot see how high he is. Yes, regarding the height of the ladder, but we need to pay attention, and maybe a lifeline would be necessary. And here, whenever we are talking about a ladder, this is a ladder, okay? Stairs when we are at a house, inside the house. Okay, that is a difference from specific vocabulary. Yes, great.
How do you
Perfect.
spell ladder? With double
Ladder,
D?
double D, yes. Ladder, like this. Perfect. So that is, it is the same, we know the same meaning, but it changes in context. Perfect. Okay, and second one, that was what Carolina told us a little bit. What about this guy, the second guy, who is trying to lift a box? What warnings can we give to him? What should we advise him to do? What should he wear, or what should he pay attention to? He's trying
Okay,
to.
if you say mind your back.
Yes, okay. Mind your back. Look, yes, careful with your back. Pay attention, look out. Yeah, that's it. So it's like focus on your back or pay attention because something is going to happen. Perfect. Yes, on your back. And yes, that is heavy. The box is heavy. Perfect. Now we're gonna talk a little bit more, and then at the end of this lesson, we are going to start working on the final project. Okay, some specifications, everything that we need to know in order to start thinking about how we will work on that. But before doing that, let's see this one, speaking time. Let's choose one of these cards and prepare a role play dialogue for the situation. Here we have a very short dialogue, like an explanation. Of course, you can use other phrases, you can include more information. Of course, this is just like a basic guidance that you can use, but you can enhance it, you can improve it a little bit more. Okay, so that is all information that we have there. So this is a conversation or a dialogue between a worker and a supervisor. Hi, Carla, do you have a minute? Sure, what can I do for you? The light doesn't seem to be very good in my area. What's the problem? Well, my eyes are getting sore. I think the bulb isn't strong enough. Okay, let's have a look. Here, my eyes are getting sore. Do you have any idea of what getting sore means? If we are thinking about lightning that is not working properly, what do you think sore means? Thinking about eyes.
Con la vista nublada.
Yes, in that case, it's sore means it's related to pain, algo doloroso. So my eyes are getting sore, adoloridos. Maybe that can be the correct translation for this specific problem. Yes, the light doesn't seem to be very good in my area. What is the problem? In that case, the worker's eyes were getting sore. So here we have some other problems that you might face or in any situation. Okay, this is the first one. That is example. The light at your workstation is not very good. You often have sore eyes. You need a better lamp. So that was the information for this specific dialogue. Now there are 5 other situations. You will have to choose one of them. In that case, we are going to decide or let's say act out this situation, and let's try to use the information that we need, that we were working with during our last and previous lessons. Okay, so pay attention, try to read them in order to know what we are going to talk about specifically, and think about adjectives that are there. Some situations. The plug on your power tool is frayed. What do you think frayed mean? You don't think it is safe. Pay attention to the pictures. Yes, the plug on your power tool is frayed. What do you think? Maybe thinking about the context. What would be the meaning for that word, frayed? Any idea? Look at the pictures. Yes. In this case, is the perfect translation would be desgastado. Something that because you use it in a constant way, it becomes frayed. And then the third one, there is dust in your area. You have a mask, but it doesn't fit. Yes. Do you remember we were listening to a dialogue and saying, okay, it doesn't fit, no me va bien, ¿sí? What should we do? Okay, in this case, you need a better mask. The fourth problem, your area is very noisy. You need to protect your ears. Ask your supervisor to help you. Let's go on with the following problems. The floor beside the door is wet and slippery. You are afraid other people will slip. Ask your supervisor what you should do. And then the last one, the machine you work on is dirty and broken. Tell your supervisor it needs to be cleaned and repaired. Okay, so now we're going to work in small groups. There's gonna be a group of 2, pair work, and then there's gonna be some of you who's gonna be alone, and we will change this idea of this group so that you can practice, yes, and work together. I will start these breakout rooms, and I will change you from these breakout rooms whenever you are ready. Okay, let's create 2 break rooms. I will see you there. Yes, one of you is gonna be alone. I will work with that person, and then we will change roles. Okay, let's open our rooms before I will take all of this. Try to think about one of these situations, one of these problems, so that you can work on that after when you are at breakout rooms. Let's see. Okay, I'm trying to set these breakout rooms. Here we are. Let's go. I will go to each of your rooms and work on that. Okay, please join the breakout room you were invited to, and I will see you there. Okay.
Flor, ¿nos puede pasar una carta de una plantillita cualquiera?
Yeah. Here we are. I'm gonna send you.
Gracias.
This. Yes, I'm sending you the, yeah. You can choose any of those situations. Yes. And try to think, of course, you can use, you can choose 2 of them. Try to make a dialogue that is complete. Okay, include more information. That is a basis. That is a basic dialogue that you have to use as a guidance, let's say. But of course, you can include a little bit more of the information and the everything that we were working on. Okay, so if that is ready, you have the other example. Enhance it, improve it, make it better, and then I will mix again so that you can work with Cynthia and we will change. I will be working with the one who is alone. Any question?
No, it's okay,
Okay.
thanks.
Thank you. I will go to other room. Cynthia, here we are. Okay.
Okay.
So tell me. Wait. These are the, I sent all of these presentation, yes, all of these problems at the chat section, at the chat box. Tell me, which one can we use? We need to use any of them in order to make a dialogue. Whenever we finish, I'm gonna switch places so that you can talk to Cecilia or to Carolina. Okay?
Okay.
Which one would you like to work?
The protect your ears.
Okay,
About,
very good. Your area is very noisy.
yes.
You need to protect your ears, ask your supervisor to help you. Okay, you're gonna be the worker, Cynthia, and I'm gonna be the supervisor. Okay,
Okay.
try to think about, yes, try to think about what information you would like to add.
Mhm. Okay.
And yeah, tell.
Sorry, I am a worker.
Yes, you are the worker and
Oh.
I am the supervisor, so I'm gonna answer your questions.
Okay. Hi, Florencia. Could I talk to you?
Yes, can I talk to you?
Can I? Y
Yes.
could, no?
Good,
Can
yes,
I?
but that is for the past. For
Ah,
example,
sí.
in the
Yes,
past,
yes.
I could do something. Very good. Can I talk to you? Yeah. Okay. Hi, Cynthia. Of course, please. Tell me.
I am, yes, I am in the area with a loud noise. So I need some protection to my ears.
Okay. Let's see. Where are you working? What is your area?
Ay,
Where
no
are
sé
you
cómo se
working now?
I work in near the machine of production. No sé si
Yes,
dice así.
perfect. Yes, you're working near the machines, near the production section. Perfect. Okay. And what is the problem? I know that it is noisy, but what is the problem?
When I start work, all the machines have a loud noise and ay, no sé, así que no se
Maybe,
puede decir.
okay, yes, all of these machines make a loud noise. And I want, yes, yo quiero, and I want a new pair of earplugs.
Okay.
Maybe.
And I want a new, ¿cómo se decía? Earplugs, yes.
Yes, you need a new pair, nuevo par, a new pair of earplugs. Perfect. Okay, that's great. Okay, Cynthia, I'm gonna try to find you or to give you some new. Did you get the earplugs we gave you last month?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I will talk to the health and safety supervisor in order to check that specific problem. Perfect. See you. Okay, perfect. That's it. And now I am going to change you and send you to another room so that you can talk to Carolina or to Cecilia.
Okay.
Move to room 1. And
Hola, Flor.
hi, Cecilia. Estamos. Okay. Let's make a dialogue. Let's try to think about any of these situations. Which one would you like to talk about?
About the dust.
Okay, the dust, yes. That's your problem. Okay, so you're gonna be the worker, I'm gonna be the supervisor. Let's try to make it casual. Let's try to make a dialogue and try to follow the structure, but we can add extra information, of course.
Okay.
So you start, you are the worker.
Okay. Hi, Florencia. Do you have a minute?
Yeah, sure. What can I do for you? How can I help you?
I think that the place where I'm working is very dusty, and I have a problem with my dust mask.
Okay, what is the problem? What's wrong with your dust mask?
Well, the first problem is that I'm not using it, and the second one is that that the mask is very snug. I asked for a medium size dust mask, and they gave me this one that is smaller.
Okay, who did you ask for that change?
To the clothing supervisor.
Okay, so when did you talk to him?
Approximately 2 weeks ago.
Okay, and so he didn't give you an answer, he didn't solve the problem.
No, because the masks are in Salta, capital city, yes, yet they couldn't bring them here.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe he can give you not a dust, but maybe he can give you a respirator if you mean that your area is really dusty. So I will talk to him right away and try to solve your problem as soon as possible. Can you tell me again, what size are you wearing now?
Yes, a medium size, and I'm suffering from cough 2 days ago.
Yes,
And
of
I've been
course,
suffering from cough 2 days ago.
2 days ago. Okay, yes, you are right. You shouldn't be working on that area while you don't have the recommended or the required equipment. So for these following days, you are going to change your area to somewhere wherever there is no dust. I mean, there is dust all around the place, but you're going to go to, let's say, a place where there is no that much dust, okay? And as soon as
Okay.
all of these new masks arrive, I'm gonna talk personally to these to the health and safety supervisor in order to solve this problem, because this cannot go on like this.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, perfect, Cecilia. I like the way we assumed that the one who did a mistake was a man. That was perfect. Yes,
That's
that was
usually
yes.
the problem.
That is, yes, the problem. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to change you so that you can talk to Cynthia. Yes? So
Okay.
I'm gonna be working with Caro and you will work with Cynthia. Okay, I'm moving you there. See you.
Lord, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I need to go early from the class, so maybe you can send the assistants early this
Okay.
time, only for this time.
Yes, don't worry. I'm gonna ask them. Yes, let's say when I talk about them, I'm talking about the secretary, yes, at the institute.
Yeah.
And I'm sending them right now.
Because I have to
Yes.
see the files.
No,
I'm
it's
so
okay.
sorry.
Don't worry, don't worry. I'm sending them right now so that we can have the link here. Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, go. Anyway, don't worry. I will send you all of this information about the final project, so don't worry. it will be uploaded to the platform. Okay, let's go with Cynthia. Great. Here it is. Okay. Okay, here we are, Caro. Yes. So now Cecilia is working with Cynthia, and now I am here with you. Would you like,
perfect.
yeah, so that all of us have the time to and the chance to talk to each other. Which problem do you want to talk about to do this role play situation? Anyone? We can, you're gonna be the worker, I'm gonna be the supervisor.
The floor, yeah. Yeah, because
Okay.
I didn't order, so only the two of it's the
There
only
is.
that.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, hi Flor, do you have a minute?
Sure. What can I do for you? How can I help you?
I noticed the floor beside the door is still wet. People might slide on there. So what can I do with this situation?
Did you tell about the situation to this safety specialist? I mean, he was in charge of checking all of this situation.
Oh, perfect. I will looking for the health and safety technician to sign the wet floor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Where is the area? Please let me know so I can help you as well.
It's the floor beside the door on the module G.
Okay.
At the entrance.
At the entrance, perfect. I'm gonna take care of that. Please, whenever you find this situation again, let us know. Yes, you can go with the health and safety technician, or you can go and talk to me, or whenever you can find. So because this is really important to have, because if the floor is wet or slippery, it can cause many accidents. Thanks for taking into consideration all of these negative aspects, and I will be controlling this a little bit nearer. Let's say I will have a little bit closer look at the situation.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Okay, perfect, Caro. Now we will go back to the main session, and we will
Perfect.
work on this final project, the structure and everything.
Okay.
Yes, because we are just around the corner. The due date is around the corner. So let's close all.
What is the due date? I will take note about.
We need to finish. Our last lesson is gonna be the 29th.
29.
Of November.
29. I'm traveling from site to Salta.
Okay.
I don't know what time I'll be here because I asked for a flight. I don't know if the company have places.
Yes,
so probably it's an option and travel by bus. So that must be more than hours than I expected with the flight. I don't know,
yes, of course.
5-6 hours. So I don't know if
you will make
get ready to take the project on 29.
Okay, so if that is your case, you can work on with you the 24th of November.
24, it's the day that I am going up.
Okay, you're going up.
Yeah.
The 24th and 29th.
Between 24 and 29, I'll be there.
Okay, yes, I will check. So 22nd, would that work? It's a Wednesday.
Ya, o sea, no te puedo asegurar, o sea, o sea, viste, o sea, por ahí, o sea,
Sí.
el viaje es normal y llego a al almuerzo, que es un poco la idea, salir a las 8, a las 2, ya estar
Ujú.
acá. Por ahí, viste, siempre pasa algo, si
Sí,
para el bus, viste, algo, yo llego más tarde y por ahí llego y llego bien. Por
claro.
ahí no.
Bien, entonces
Así
ahora
que
anoto estas fechas, ¿sí? Que vos tenés 24, o sea,
justo sube el
24.
viernes porque creo que el viernes conseguimos lugar para el vuelo.
Ujú.
O sea, de ida vamos en vuelo, pero nada, llegamos y nos ponemos a trabajar.
Claro.
En hoy domingo, seguramente en el sitio no creo que pueda rendir, pero vamos a estar de 7 a 7.
Ujú. Claro, te agarro
Y
justo ahí.
el 30, pero ya el 30 ya no pueden tomar.
Claro, pero el 30 es jueves.
Claro.
Ya tenemos, digamos, los días. No te preocupes que yo justo el viernes voy al instituto, voy a Isicana, y ahí organizamos.
Ah,
Y le planteo esta situación a la rectora.
y justo hoy nos hicieron pedir todas las cosas para el campamento, el hospedaje, los vuelos, así que
Claro,
justo tengo confirmadas las fechas, sino,
perfecto.
de
No,
hecho
pero está
hasta
genial
la
para
semana
saber.
de hecho hasta la semana pasada no sabía si subíamos el 27 y bajábamos el primero, no sé, o sea, que era como que era por esa fecha,
Ujú.
pero no sabemos exactamente cuándo, y justo hoy nos dijeron reserven del 24 al 29 y transporte y hospedaje.
Okay, perfect. I will take that into consideration. Thanks for sharing. Okay, we will
Pues si se va a
go.
cancelar algo, no creo, porque es algo importante, muy
No,
importante que tengo que ir a
no, of
hacer,
course.
así que no creo que se cancele. Eh,
Yes.
Se me
Sí, no hay
canceló
problema.
la de la semana que viene, pero esta no creo que se me cancele porque ya es una auditoría, así que no creo.
Claro, no, 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 no. No te preocupes. De todos modos, vamos a ver que es una estructura fácil de hacer, digamos, de seguir, y después
No,
lo
seguramente
solucionamos.
yo la tenga lista, o sea, eso lo seguro,
La
pero por ahí
presentación más que nada. Eso
claro,
es lo que faltaría.
sí, yo para esa semana ya la voy a tener seguro re lista y sabida, pero el tema es que no sé si me voy a poder conectar, o sea, capaz que bajo el 29 la doy y ya está. O
Perfecto.
sea, depende. Si no, de última que quede el 29, pero yo te voy avisando, che, llego, o que me tomes última, de última.
Perfecto. Dale, no hay problema. Organizamos entonces eso, lo tengo en cuenta. Ok.
Claro, yo te voy avisando de última, ya las últimas clases me pasas tu
Sí,
sola y te digo, che, sigo acá o...
no hay problema.
Sí, vale,
Nos
que no
organizamos.
creo, no venimos teniendo problemas con el roster, así que no creo
Genial.
que pase nada, por eso te digo, de última lo preparo antes de subir y ya cuando bajo lo
Ya lo
presento nada
tenés.
más.
Perfecto, perfecto, dale. ¿Listo? Ok, volvemos. Ok, let's wait for your classmates to arrive. They'll be here any minutes, and we will go on working. Okay, where are they? Oh, what happened? Hi, Carol. Let's wait for your classmates to arrive. I don't know where Cecilia. Okay, Cynthia is there. Perfect. And Cecilia. Great. Okay, we are back now. I practiced with all of you, so that was great. This idea of trying to include all the information and to use something as a basis, a dialogue, and then going a little bit deeper. Okay, now that we have some time, let's continue with something that is really important for us. And let's see. That we need in order to work. That is gonna be our final project. Here it is. I'm sending you. Here it is, the attendance form. Oh, sorry. Now we are going to work on this final project. And for that, I need you to pay attention to this structure. I have it here, and I'm sending you right now. Here it is. So it's gonna be our final project. That is everything that we need to know. So this final project is gonna be based on a memorandum that it's similar to the one that we are having here. Okay, so in order to make a project or to make an investigation, there is a starting point, there is a problem, there should be a problem that we need to solve or to give some possible pieces of advice or suggestions. But let's see. This is a memo from Kelly Patterson, that is the plant manager, and it says, the CEO is inspecting our plant tomorrow. We need everybody's help to prepare for the visit. Yes. So, and there is a very slight division of activities. So the miners need to organize the equipment in the warehouse and make sure the change house is neat. The HR, yes, Human Resources Department, the following issues might be addressed with your projects. Be ready to explain. Thanks in advance. So, and there are 3 main points or key points that you need to consider. Training, skills gap, environmental protection, waste disposal, are preventing accidents, use of safety equipment. This is a guidance. This is the model that you have in order to create your own project. Okay, so in this specific case, those are the main and key points. Okay, then we need to, of course, each of you is going to have a different perspective, a different point of view for that specific situation, okay? So, let's see. Taking a memo from a mining company in Chile as a reference, we are going to address a problem by designing and creating a project. Let's see. Here, we will follow this list of items to create our project. There are going to be 5 necessary steps, 5 necessary pieces of information in order to create your project. Okay, first one, the problem, justification. Second information is the executive summary, that is to say, that describes the nature of the project, deliverables created to satisfy the project requirements and organization needs. Basically, tenemos un ejemplo, don't worry, tenemos un ejemplo de cada uno de estos aspectos que vamos a tener en cuenta, ¿sí? Para continuar. And number 3, procedures, yes? Procesos, procedimientos, ¿qué es lo que se va a necesitar hacer para poder llegar a lograr este proyecto? Number 4, schedules, that is to say, timing, when should we end phase number 1? When should we end the first part of the project? Okay. Number 5, budgets. Yes, when we talk about budgets, we talk about money, yes, that is going to be invested on this specific point. Let's have a look at these examples. So this is going to be a sample project based or that considers some environmental protection, waste disposal in the company. To begin with, the problem or the justification, here it is a very short one. Of course, you will need to improve it to make, let's see, a more complete one, but this is going to be an example for you to have as a basis, as a guidance, and that you are going to follow for your own topics. Okay, so mining waste is one of the largest waste streams. It can contain large quantities of dangerous substances, which can affect not only the environment, but also the company for not respecting environmental agreements. In addition, incorrect ways of disposals are currently costing more than 1 million per month. Okay, so if there is a problem, we should state it and include all the information on that problem. Of course, to justify the intervention or the project that we are planning to do. That is going to be step number 1. Step number 2, that is the executive summary. So what are we going to do in order to solve the problem that we stated on the first step? Okay, so there is a problem. We define it, we classify it, we give examples of that problem. And the second step, we presented rules aimed at preventing or reducing any adverse effects on the environment due to the management of mining waste. It will be necessary to train our workers and invest in equipment during 3 months. Okay, so to make it clearer, problem, we explain it, we describe, we give all the information about that specific problem. We justify why we are planning on a project on that topic, on that problem. The executive summary, we give a very short explanation of what are we gonna do, some possible answers, some possible strategies to apply in order to solve the previous problem. Then we're gonna talk about procedures. How are we going to solve that previous problem? In this case, these are some examples. The HR, Human Resources Department, will be in charge of reorganizing and carrying out a series of training meetings every day, every week. General managers will be in charge of checking that all HR employees, as well as minors, attend and participate in the meetings. Okay, that is a series of training meetings every way. That is gonna be our procedures. How are we going to solve, yes, that situation, that problem? Let's see. Oops. Okay. We will keep on. Sorry. It closed. Let's wait a minute. Okay. Here we are. Sorry. I'm sharing you now. Here it is. Up to now, any questions? Anything that you would like to check? Any doubt? Let's see. Oh, here it is. So the procedures, how are we gonna solve this problem? How are we gonna organize all the activities that we are planning on? Schedules, yes. As it is mentioned, we are gonna give some time in order to apply all of these strategies in an organized way. So for example, month 1, Planning meetings by the HR department, month 2, first round of meetings, teaching about waste disposal in general. Month 3, second round of meetings, teaching and assigning specific tasks to all minors. Of course, we included 3 months. Your plans can be short or long term as you wish. It depends on the problem that you would like to refer to. Yes, if you are thinking about a problem that can be solved in, I don't know, a month, okay, you can include week number 1, week number 2, week number 3, and organize everything. If you are planning to talk about a problem that needs more time, okay, you can include month number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, and 6. It depends on the problem that you would like to address, the time that you will need. Okay, so dependiendo del problema, cuánto tiempo puede ser más un proyecto más extenso, o puede ser que en vez de trabajarlo por meses, lo trabajemos por semanas. Okay, of course, this is a project, this is a fictional project, if you want. Okay, budgets, that's gonna be the last point, yes, the last step of this project. Financial budgets, and this is an example that you can use in order to create yours. It is estimated that the investment will be 150 each month in order to buy necessary items for the training, as well covering the trainer's fees. Okay, every element, every person that you would like to include as a solution should be stated here. And of course, adding the amount of money that will be invested on that person or on that element. So, in order to sum up and to do a very short summary, taking the waste disposal project sample, choose any kind of problem we may find in a mining company, and these are the steps that you need in order to start creating or start thinking about this project. Number 1, design and create your own project. Number 2, follow the 5 steps from the sample project. Number 3, write a draft. Yes, when we talk about the draft, we talk about the very basic, the first version of a project. In this case, the first version of the project is un borrador, yes, that we are going to do to outline your ideas, yes, to think, okay, I'm going to work on this, I'm going to work on that. Number 4, turn your draft into a presentation, as I have already done today, right now. And turn your draft into a presentation, present and explain step by step. Number 5, you can illustrate the steps to help you giving details. Of course, specific pictures that you need. And then I'm gonna ask some questions to conclude. Yes, if there is something that is not clear enough, whenever we are talking about the presentation, final presentation, I will ask some questions in order to make it clearer, or that you can explain yourself, or that you can elaborate a little bit more. Okay, so that is all the information that we need to think about, and we will have some minutes now to think about what is gonna be your project based on. Do you have any questions? If you have any questions, please let me know now. Yes, all the information is here. It's stated. Everything, okay. Try to think, of course, whenever we are trying to do a project, we must think about a topic that we like. Yeah, so if we are more, let's say, keen on es motivado a, le gusta, ¿sí? Si ustedes están más relacionados a un tema en específico, vayan por ese lado. De ese modo van a encontrar información específica que les guste, que les parezca importante y aparte podemos aprender siempre un poquito más. Okay, so if you are keen on, for example, the use of safety equipment, go on that way. If you are related or if you are more keen on the environmental part of the things that we were discussing previously, go on that. Yes, and if you like, let's say, procedures or that you like how actions should be taken, okay, go on that way. So these are the ideas that you have to bear in mind, to take into consideration, to think about and pay attention. So that is what you have to do for this final project. Okay. There is so much information right now, so try to think about it. And of course, everything is explained. Is there any problem with this list of items? Is there any topic, any item that you would like to go deeper on that was not clear enough, that was not explained clearly enough? Or do you consider that you know the specific information that you need for each point? If there is any doubt, please let me know. Algo que no haya quedado muy claro, ¿sí? Algún punto que ustedes digan, a ver, quizás necesito un poco más de explicación o no sé qué información debería ir en ese punto. So if there is anything that you need to be clarified, any situation, any of these steps, please let me know so that we can go deeper on that situation, on that issue. Yes.
In point number 5, that is budgets, that is to say, it's like we imagine the amount of money that we will
Yes, of course. It's not necessary to, for example, here in this sample project, yes, this is an estimated amount of money, yes, but what I need to do is to explain everything. Okay, this amount of money is going to be necessary for, in this case, the trainer's fees. ¿Sí? El dinero que se le va a pagar a los encargados de dar el entrenamiento. So, and this amount of money is going to be necessary for the items. This is going to be necessary for, I don't know, the transport. Yeah, so trying to clarify every aspect that we need for each of these. Okay, of course, it's going to be estimated. It's not that you will have to give a specific amount. You will have to think about, of course, try to make it real. Yes, it's not that a trainer is gonna fee, I don't know, 100 pesos. That's not gonna be true. So try to keep it real, but it's not necessary that you need to find for information and to have a specific amount of money. Okay, so that is gonna be the last step. Okay, so any other questions, doubts that might arise? For the next lesson, that is gonna be next Friday, we will have to present. Yes, I'm sending you a form that you will have to complete for the first draft. Okay, this draft will have to include only the problem and the justification. And if you can add a little bit more of information that you are looking for and that you want to carry on, that's perfect. But the first part, the first draft is only gonna be important to state the problem and the justification. That is gonna be up to next Friday. So it is time for you to do some research in investigation, try to think, okay, I want to go deeper on this topic because I'm really interested on environmental issues, or I prefer this use of health and safety measures, so I will go on that way, or related to this training that is a skill gap. So there are some workers that know more than others. So that is a problem. What should we do? Okay, let's try to find a solution. Let's try to find some strategies in order to solve that problem. Okay, and also it is important to state a due date. When are we going to finish this project? And that is going to be stated on the schedule part, all the timing and the time that you need in order to fulfill or to finish this project. So you will have all the information. This is going to be available whenever you need it so that you can have a little bit of guidance. And now we are going to start working on that. Okay, so let's try to use these minutes left. Remember that we are staying some minutes later today. And I want you to tell me which is the problem that you are going to address, which is the problem that you are going to work with this time. Yes, on this project. So these minutes that are left, let's think about that. And of course, go on reading this sample in case that you might find a situation that, okay, in order to clarify or to make things a little bit more clear. So that is gonna be your tasks to complete. Think about the problem, that is to say, the first situation, the problem and justification. And so you'll have 5 minutes. Let's read this problem and try to think about your, okay? What do you want to state? What do you want to address? What do you want to research on? So 5 minutes to think about that, and then we're going to share.
Probably I will talk about communities or I don't know, roadblocks.
Perfect. Yes. So try to state your problem. Yes, sometimes we tend to use to think about bigger problems. So let's try to narrow your problem. So that's going to be easier for you to try to give possible solutions or try to give strategies. Specifically, we talk about communities. What is the problem that you want to state? What is the problem that you want to address?
For example, I have a X project, and that project has two roads to get in. Both roads are blocked. What can we do with people outside, with people on buses to go home or get to the side or from the Salta to side? So what can we proceed with that situation? So what is the procedure? What is the investment? What damages they cause? Because if we can just realize the normal roster, that must be damage for the company and all that things.
Perfect. Yes. So that is a clear example of a problem. And of course, you can justify it by saying everything that you have just said. Yes. This is a small problem that causes a chain of problems. Okay. So you can state that. So try to think about all of these steps in order to create your own project. Perfect. So you already have an idea and to think of that. As I told you, the activity, the task that you have to fulfill is just this one. State a problem, find a problem, yes, look for information, okay. I want to investigate on this topic. I want to work on this topic, on this problem. This is a problem that might happen in the industry, in this mining industry. So I want to state and I want to address that problem. That is going to be the first step, and we are going to check that on our next lesson. And of course, this idea of working collaboratively, okay, for example, Caro can explain her problem and the rest of us can give some advices, some suggestions, and she can improve her writing. Okay, so that is gonna be the task for your next lesson. See, so 5 minutes more. Think about this idea. What way do you want to go? Do you want to go with the environmental issues? Do you want to go with this training or procedures issues? Or do you want to go with these safety, health and safety measures issues? Think about that. What problems can you solve? Let's say, what problems can you state and try to look for some alternatives? And then that's all that you have to do now. Yes, tell me what problems you are going to work with, but then you will have to write about it. So that is what you will have to do, a little bit more. So 4 minutes more, think about the idea, think about the topic that you want to work with, that you want to do some research, and then we are done. I need to know, so that we all have an idea of what we are working on.
Miss,
Yes.
maybe I talk about preventing accident, because these accident are very common in this type of work, and maybe because people don't know how to use safety equipment, or the worker doesn't know. Sorry, the worker
Don't know.
doesn't have um, a trainers or correct trainers, or yes, I think this is two reason to occur accidents in the mining. And
Perfect. Okay, that is so that you're gonna work on that. So try to think about all the trainings, what information should they provide on each training, okay? When are we going to have these training sessions? Okay, so you have the starting point, punto de partida. Let's try to think, investigate, do some research, and in order to create a very good project, of course, it's going to be written and then you will have to present it as you usually do in a presentation on a meeting. Okay, do you have a very good, Cynthia? Do you have any idea, Cecilia, on mind? Or if not, it's okay.
Yes, I'm planning to research about environmental issues because I think that's a very critical problem nowadays, especially with lithium and the misuse of water. So I think that will be my
Perfect.
My
Okay.
investigation.
Your investigation. Perfect. So that is going to be the end of our lessons. I will upload your tasks as soon as possible so that for Friday, we are going to work on that specific problem of justification in order to change or to make it better, to improve it. So we are going to work on connectors, on some specific vocabulary that is going to be helpful for you. Did you complete the attendance form? If you did, we are ready to go. Okay. Any other doubt? Please, girls, let me know. If not, we are more than ready to go, and I see you on next Friday.
Okay, Flor, thank you. See you
Thank
next
you, Miss.
Friday.
Say thank you. See you.
Bye, Miss.
Bye-bye.